In today's video, we'll be covering common cyber theft tactics as well as how you can be targeted as a traveler, especially at places like airports and hotels. I'll share what I've personally done on dozens of trips to protect myself, as well as some practical tips that you can use on your next trip. Let's kick things off with juice jacking, a cyber theft tactic where malware, malicious software, I googled it, is loaded onto public USB charging stations, such as those found at the airport or in your hotel room. Most USB plugs have 2 points on the outside that allow for charging, and then 2 points in the center for data transfer. When you charge your device in a public USB slot, malware can be loaded onto your device, and personal data and passwords can be extracted. Instead of using USB slots, consider using AC power outlets and then carry your own chargers and cables. You can also buy charging cords that are going to be charge only, and they do not have the ability to do any data transfer. These tend to be cheaper, but they also tend to be a little bit more difficult to find, as most USB charging cords are going to include the capability for data transfer. The most important thing to remember is that if you do plug your device into a USB port and a prompt appears on your device that is asking you to select something like share data or trust this computer, always select do not allow. Sometimes you even have the option to select charge only, which is also going to be okay. You will also want to avoid logging into any accounts, adding any personal information, or making any payments on a public computer, such as those found in a hotel lobby or perhaps even an airport business center. In addition to the computer being connected to an unsecured shared Wi-Fi network, which I will get into next, these computers could also have keyloggers installed to capture sensitive information. A keylogger could be as simple as a discrete USB that someone sticks in the back of a public computer to capture anything that you enter while using it. Let's move on to the most popular topic when it comes to cybercrime: using public Wi-Fi networks. You are taking a risk by connecting to a public Wi-Fi network at locations like restaurants, airports, and hotels. In theory, everyone connected to the network could see what everyone else is doing without too much effort, especially if they are experienced and specifically looking to steal your information. Like with using public computers, always refrain from entering any payment information or logging into any of your accounts if you happen to be using a public Wi-Fi network, especially if you are using it without a VPN in place. Another risk with public Wi-Fi networks is that bad actors can set up fake hotspots that look like the legitimate free network you are trying to log into, but then when you connect, they get access very easily to everything you are doing while on the network. For example, when you arrive at an airport, you may open up the network settings and then see which public networks there are available for you to connect to. And there may be one that is the airport's official Wi-Fi, and it could be labeled Airport Wi-Fi. But then there could be another hotspot that was set up by someone who was looking to steal your information that is airport Wi-Fi, but without a space. It can be extremely difficult to know what's going to be the official network of the establishment or the airport or the hotel, and what is the one that is set up by a hacker. Let us know down in the comments if you ever connect to public Wi-Fi networks while traveling. I certainly do, but only in very specific situations, such as if I was at an airport on a layover and I did not have a local SIM card for that location to access data through my phone. In a case like this, I will likely connect to the airport Wi-Fi, but I will only do so with a VPN in place. Every time. A VPN is like a secret tunnel for your online activities. It keeps what you do on the internet hidden from others that are also connected to the same public Wi-Fi network. More importantly than just giving you your privacy online, it acts as a digital shield protecting you from hackers trying to steal your personal details like passwords or banking information. A VPN is going to help protect your private information even if you accidentally connected to one of those fake Wi-Fi hotspots that I mentioned previously. There's a link in the description for the VPN that I have installed on my phone and on my computer, with a special offer that's going to give you 3 months free to give it a try. Knowing that I have autofill for my passwords as well as some of my payment methods on my devices, it makes it very worthwhile to pay just a few dollars a month to have the protection of a VPN. There are some additional best practices that are definitely worth knowing while traveling to help keep your information safe. Choose to use data over public Wi-Fi whenever you are logging into accounts or making other payments. You'll also want to disable auto join for public networks on your phone and enable two-factor authentication for your accounts as an extra layer of protection. Just make sure that if your second method after you enter your password involves being sent a text message to your phone, make sure that you have access to receive texts at that phone number while you are traveling. So for example, I do not have access to my Canadian phone number while I am outside of Canada. You could consider getting something like a Skype phone number that could be used anywhere in the world, or if you are in Canada, Fongo has a great option for you as it's completely free to have a phone number with them, and it's what I personally use. You could also look at setting up two-factor authentication with an email address instead of a phone number. I realize that I have thrown a lot of information at you, and honestly, I still have more tips to share. So instead of going on and on in this video, I've put together a free guide down in the description where you can get all of the information that I've shared so far, as well as some additional tips to keep your information safe while traveling. My name's Megan, and I'd love to see you subscribe to join us back here for more travel tips next week. Thanks for watching and safe travels. Bye.